Will the war end if Putin is gone tomorrow? Most of us want to believe in this scenario. However, Kyrylo Budanov, the head of Ukraine's defense intelligence, once again forces the world to take off its rose-colored glasses. The publication Glavred releases a sensational forecast from the head of intelligence. The fall of Putin's regime will not be a magical endpoint in this war. Why does the defense intelligence of Ukraine believe that a change of leader in the Kremlin may only alter the form of aggression, but not its essence? What hidden mechanisms within Russian society will force any successor to continue the conflict? And how should Ukraine prepare for decades of confrontation even after a major victory? Right now, we analyze Budanov's most candid statement.
And the objective for 2026 is Donbas and Zaporizhzhia. In principle, if desired, this could go on for a long time. Negotiations are about finding a compromise. Until we resolve all the issues, nothing will happen.
And there's more information in our report. My name is Yevhen Sirov, and this is the Glavred channel. Subscribe and give us a like. Let's get started. The main point made by Budanov, as quoted by Glavred, is that Putin is just the tip of the iceberg. Years of propaganda in Russia have created a powerful layer of revanchism. The head of the main intelligence directorate emphasizes, Russian society is so deeply poisoned by the idea of imperialism that any new ruler will be forced to respond to this demand in order to stay in power. A change of regime may lead to temporary chaos, but not to instant repentance. Budanov warns Russia had been preparing for war for decades, and the collective Putin will not disappear after the physical disappearance of the dictator. This war is not the doing of a single man, but of an entire system that sees the destruction of Ukraine as the meaning of its existence.
Russia, as a matter of fact, officially entered into a period of stable economic recession, right at the end of the spring season. Can we call it a collapse? No. But problems are coming. Take a look at the Russian Federation's budget for 2026. It is, well, for any country theoretically speaking, let's remove the name Russia, let's just say it's some country, and it is absolutely catastrophic. All programs have been drastically slashed or cut, except for defense. Nothing else remains. So they have already made rather unpopular and difficult decisions. Very difficult and painful for them. This is yet another explanation regarding the negotiation process. The defense budget for the year 26, currently in total, because there are expenditures for defense and also, as we say, for security and defense forces, but it's all in one basket, as they say, amounts to 46%. You understand that no country can exist, well, develop or move forward normally when it spends 46% on war. It's impossible.
Budanov points out another troubling aspect. The new authorities in the Kremlin may enter into negotiations with only one goal: to gain a respite. Glavred notes that the main intelligence directorate sees a risk of a scenario where Russia promises peace in order to lift sanctions and restore its military potential. If Ukraine and the West agree to peace without a complete transformation of the Russian Federation, we will face a new, even larger war in 5 to 7 years. Budanov insists, ending the war is not just about returning to our borders, it's about creating conditions under which Russia will physically be unable to attack again. And this requires much more effort than simply changing the name in the Kremlin. Budanov's forecast paints a picture of a future where Ukraine becomes a permanently warring state, similar to Israel. Even after the regime falls, the threat from the north and east will remain a constant. As Glavred writes, intelligence predicts attempts at sabotage, missile strikes, and hybrid attacks for many years to come. This means that the militarization of Ukraine's economy and society is not a temporary measure, but a way of life. Budanov urges people to prepare for the fact that peace will be cold and very fragile until Russia itself breaks up into small, safe entities. Do you agree with Budanov that a change of Putin will not stop Russian aggression? And do you believe that Russia is capable of genuine democratic transformation without breaking apart? Share your thoughts in the comments.